Text 26. तत्र अपश्यति स्थितान् पार्थ पितृनथ पितामह आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखींस्तथा सौसुरान् सुहृदस्यैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि. Translation. There Arjuna could see within the midst of the armies of both parties his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers, all present there. Purport. On the battlefield, Arjuna could see all kinds of relatives. He could see persons like Bhurisrava, who were his father's contemporaries, grandfathers Bhishma and Somdat, teachers like Dronacharya and Kripacharya, maternal uncle like Salle and Shakuni, brothers like Duryodhana, sons like Lakshmana, friends like Aswathama, well-wishers like Kritvarma, etc. He could see also the armies which contained many of his friends. Text 27. तान् समीक्षे से कौन्ते सर्वान् बन्धून् अवस्थितान् कृपया पर्याविष्टो विषीदन् इदम् अब्रवीत्. Translation. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. Text 28. Arjun was दृष्ट्वेमं स्वजनं कृष्णयुत्सं सम्पस्थितं सीदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति. Translation. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up." Purport. Any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all the good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods, whereas the non-devotee, however advanced he may be in material qualifications, by education and culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeing his kinsmen, friends, and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them who had so decided to fight amongst themselves as far as his soldiers were concerned. He was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party, forcing their imminent death. And so thinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver, and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see their fighting spirit, particularly the whole community. All blood relatives of Arjuna had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind devotee like Arjuna, although it is not mentioned here. Still, one can easily imagine that not only were Arjuna's bodily limbs caring and his mouth drying up, but that he was also crying out of compassion. Such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness but to his soft heartedness. A characteristic of a pure devotee of the Lord. It is said, therefore, one who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead has all the good qualities of the demigods, but one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. Text 29. वेत्थुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षस्य जायते गांडीवं संसते हस्तात् वक्षे उपरिदह्यते. Translation. My whole body is trembling and my hair is standing on end. My bow, Gandiv, is slipping from my hand and my skin is burning. Purport. There are two kinds of trembling of the body and two kinds of standing of the hair on end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual egoism or out of great fear under material conditions. There is no fear in transcendental realizations. Arjuna's symptoms in this situation are out of material fear, namely loss of life. This is evident from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that is famous how Gandhi was slipping from his hand, and because his heart was burning within him. He was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to material conception of life. Text 30. नेचे शक्नोमि अवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव चे मे मन निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव. Translation. I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself and my mind is reeling. I foresee only evil, O killer of the Keshav demon. Text 31. नेचे श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि हत्वा स्वजनम आहवे नेकांसे विजयम कृष्ण नेचे राज्यम सुखानि च. Translation. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. Text 32. किम नो राजेन गोविंद किम भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषाम् अर्थे कांक्षितं नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च. Text 33. ते इमे अवस्थिता युद्धे प्राणास्तैक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्या पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहा. Text 34. मातुला संसरा पोत्रा शाला समदिनस्तथा एतान हन्तुम इच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन. Text 35. अपि त्रिलोक्य राज्यस्य हेतो किं नु महि कृते निहत्ते धातराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीति स्यात् जनार्दन. Translation. O Govinda, of what avail to us are kingdoms, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now Arya in this battlefield. O Madhusudan, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, material uncles, father-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and all relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me. Then why should I wish to kill them, though I may survive, O maintainer of all creatures? I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the three worlds, let alone this earth. Let alone this earth. Text 36. पापम एव आश्रयेत अस्मान् हत्वा एतान् आततायिन तस्मानरः वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिने श्याम माधव. Translation. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Text 37 and 38. यद्यपेतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपेतचेतसे कुलक्षे कृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकं कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः पापात् अस्मान् निवर्तितुं कुलक्षे कृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिः जनार्दन. Translation. O Janardan, although these men overtaken by greed see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, with knowledge of the sin, engage in these acts? Purport. A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he was challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight. Text 39. Kulakse pranashyanti kul dharma sanatana dharme nasti kulam kritishnam adharmo abhibhavtyu. Translation. With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice. Text 40. धर्मा विभवात कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुल स्त्री सुदुष्ट सुवासने जायते वर्णशंकरः. Translation. When irreligion is prominent in the family of Krishna, the women of the family become corrupt, and from the degradation of womanhood or descendant of Varshni comes unwanted progeny. Jai Shri Krishna.